right, so my youngest son is turning 2 and he wants a tractor birthday party. And last year we did a farm birthday party and we did a hayride with the Farmall Cub, and this year we're gonna do a hayride again with the Farmall Cub. And so I need to get it back out. It's been sitting probably at least 9 months. I think I had it after the hayride and used it some. I'm trying to remember, I may not have. If I haven't, then it's been sitting about a year. The problem, and the reason I haven't used it, is it's got a flat. And I tried airing it up a while back, and the tube, I think it's probably ripped out through where the valve stem is. It deteriorated, I think, because it will not take air. I didn't try it now, but I tried it, right after I parked it here, and it would not take air. So we're gonna have to address that. And party's next weekend, so I need to get it going before then. Battery is probably dead. We'll see. This was a questionable battery when I put it in here, so I guess we can see what we've got. Fuel situation. I don't see water in it. It smells like gas. I may have thrown stabilizer in it. It's actually doesn't look too bad for old gas. So let's just see if this thing will start. I have a feeling battery's gonna be dead. Unfortunately, we've got no power out here at the barn. We had people putting in a sewer, and they severed the line going out here, and so they're still working, so we have not hooked it back up, or well, we're gonna have to bury a new line. But let's just see. Ignition on. I doubt the battery's gonna be up. It is either stone dead or we've got a connection problem. Let's see. I hear the starter trying to turn, and that's it. So this battery's dead. I guess we'll see if it'll charge up. This came out of my wife's Sienna. This it was not starting it well, and so it's a questionable battery to start with. Worst case scenario, we put a battery in it. Lucky with this pair of pliers being out here. All right, that was easy. All right, I'm gonna take this over to the shop. We're gonna put it on the charger, and while that's charging, I'm gonna address this tire. You will probably see the tire video first. So before we throw this battery on the charger, we're going to check the water level in it. It's very possible this battery froze during the winter. Good. Maybe a little bit low. Middle one. We got one cell that's a little bit low. I'm gonna throw a little bit of water in it, and then we'll throw the charger on it. And topped off the cells with some reverse osmosis filtered bottled water. closest thing I had to distilled. And I did not have any battery acid. So we're gonna I got the battery charger hooked up, but it's not turned on yet. We're gonna check and see what our voltage is in this battery before we start, and just see how dead it is. So we've got no connection. Try to do this one-handed. Let's see if we can get on here maybe. We know it's got something in it. Oh. Come on. $10.39. That's all, just for a second. Not happy. 11. I don't know why it's going crazy. Does that not have a good connection? Yeah, 10.39. It's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. So let's we're gonna put this on the charger, or turn on the charger. We're gonna not boil water out of this thing. We're gonna start it off on a 2 amp charge. No. There. I've got it on about, we're putting about 8 amps into it. So we're going to start with that and see how it goes. See if it comes up. We'll check it in an hour or two. All right, so it's been charging about 24 hours. Unfortunately, I live down the road from a stadium, football stadium, and it's like a high school football stadium, but they do special events there, and they are preparing. They're either having a special event or they're preparing for it, and there's music playing. I'm hoping they don't cause one of my videos to get flagged. So it's been charging. Let's see what kind of voltage we've got on it. 13.5. So I just turned the battery charger off, so we're gonna let it sit here and see what it stabilizes at. But that's looking promising that it took that much charge. So we're gonna let it sit, like I said, do a couple other things. We'll go get the tires put on it, and then we're gonna probably clean up these terminals, and then we'll go put the battery back in it. So we're out here at the broken Farmall Cub, and we're gonna see if these tires, this thing had good front tires on it. The rear tires are actually the ones that are on the Cub right now, and I don't know if these have sat long enough that they're no longer good. The rubber looks good on them, but have the rims rotted out from sitting, and are the tubes still good? Can't tell. We're gonna try. We're gonna need a farm jack and what is this, a 9/16, 5/8? And the heads don't look that great on them. Maybe spray the back sides of them and see if we can get these things off. I'm gonna set y'all right there for right now so I can get some of this stuff cleared out and get in here. It's quite a mess in here. It's spring, so I wouldn't think we've got wasp yet. I'm just looking to make sure. It looks fairly good. I think we're gonna get in on this other side over here, put the high lift jack. We're gonna try to lift it as close to the center as we can, and maybe to lift up both sides. And then I'm thinking once I get it up, I'll throw some old tires under the front end so that the spindles don't sit on the ground. Or maybe some old rims, something to keep I don't want the spindles sitting in the ground, in case I need spindles for the tractor at some point. So I'm gonna pass this through over to here. And I'm gonna try walking around. There's like brush all in here. I think it's been sitting here for 20 years. 18 years probably. Alright, so should have sprayed my high lift jack with some oil before I came over here. I did. Lift it up high, because if we throw the tires under it, the tires are going to compress quite a bit. I'm going to leave it right there, and let me go see what I can find to shove under here. That'll make it safer to work on, plus, we can leave it sitting on that stuff. We've got some old tires and rims. Rims should keep this from collapsing once we let it down. It's an old set of rims I had from my Chevy Love. So let me get y'all set up. Probably set y'all at one side at a time. Try to get y'all where you can see what I'm actually doing. We are going to spray the back side. These are bolts, not lug nuts. We're going to spray the back side of these with penetrating oil. And we'll see if our 18-volt row B impact will get them out. They're 5/8. No problem. Should have brought a hammer. And it may drop all over. I may have to go back and get a hammer. You improvise with what you need to get. that is stuck. Stuck. Well, let's move on to the other side, and then we'll probably go get a hammer and see if we can get these things off. Let me set y'all back up on the other side. Well, things are not any better on this side as far as room to work. We got more brush over here. I did the easy side first. Let's see. I guess I should have brought me some nippers or something. Cleared this stuff out. We got a sticker bush right here. Get the other side of that. All right, y'all envy my working environment here? I just sat on a sticker bush. Yeah, forgot to spray the backside of these. They got like one thread sticking out on the backside, so it's probably not really doing much, but this impact works really well. It was actually a refurbished one I bought on eBay. Didn't even buy it new. Refurbished? It may have been new on eBay, I don't remember. I know my little impact driver, my little 1/4 inch impact driver was a refurbished. Well, this one's stuck too. Let me get that piece of pipe. We'll see if it'll break this side loose. Actually, let me do this. Had y'all propped up on the tire and you fell down. So let's see maybe if we can pry it off with this bar. There we go. No, this tire's no good. Split. No good. So we're gonna throw it in the back of the mule. Maybe the other tire will be good. We're gonna take our bolts here. Start those back in here. Because if we need them, we'll know where they are. You might be asking what's wrong with this tractor. The front end broke out on this one. There's an old come along on the other side that's pretty much no good, and it's holding the front end on the tractor. It broke out here out of the engine block, and on the other side in here out of the engine block. I don't know if you can see. And then on the other side, well, it's not completely broke out again. It's cracked right here, so it's kind of notched up in there. Still holding on right here, kind of. The front end's broke out right here, but the block is still together right there. On the other side is the same way, and it just broke out. So I had another come along over here when I brought it over to this spot. That's what this chain's for. Coming over to the pull bar, the drawbar, and had it come along in, and that was a good come along, so I took it back off when I got it parked here. The other side, I left that one on it because that come along is no good. It was, that other come along was, I used to use it off-roading, and it was a cheapie, and we pulled out vehicles so much, the case of it spread in, and it gets hung up. All right. These hubs feel good. Bearings feel really nice. This one is a coarse thread. That one was on the other side, so I got to see where that one was. That one's been retapped. And it looks like during the hammering and stuff, one of the studs, one of the bolts, fell. I've got a big magnet in the shop on wheels. I'll bring it out here and roll it over the ground. It'll pick it up. So let's go to the other side, see if we can get that tire off. And I might go around. I'll take the long way around.